Hey all, Jason Puckhead Diebold here, and I'm an expert on many subjects, but not necessarily snowboarding. But I have learned a lot about these Burton step-in bindings over the course of this season. So I just wanted to do a quick video to show a couple things that I've learned. Number one, you can't get the multicolored bindings anywhere in the country right now. All sold out, and the people that are selling them are selling them for like double and triple the price. But you're going to want more than one pair of bindings because you got more than one board, and you want to be able to step in and out of both boards. So in fact, I would love to have 3 pair of bindings. So what I would do if I were you is I would buy 1 gray, 1 black, and 1 mint. And then all it takes is these 2 screws back here. Well, that screw right there and the other screw on the other side, they come out super easy. There is some blue Loctite on there, but I really don't think you need it. And then this thing comes apart in 3 parts. So I took my black bindings and my gray bindings and I just interchanged the parts. And a lot of boards has like a dark color and a light color, so I'll put like the dark binding on the light part of the board and the light part of the board on the dark. You know what I mean. Anywho, the other thing that I wanted to say about these step-ons, and this comes up a lot. I've got a couple boards for sale on Facebook. Hit me up if you need a board. And a couple of the Photon Burton step-on boots. I've got a 10 and 11 regular width because I bought a 10 and a half and the guy actually had 10s but didn't read the label right. Crazy. So I ended up buying 10s, 11s, and I settled on 10 and a half wide. If you're getting the toe pitch, it's probably because you need a wider size. And wide is super hard to find, but just do a Google search for the size that you want in width, and maybe some small distributor will have a couple available. And so, yeah, if you need a 10 or 11, though, hit me up. I got it listed on Facebook and can give you a deal because they're sold out everywhere, especially if you want black. The other thing that I wanted to say is a lot of people are worried about the step-in bindings fitting on their board and not getting heel drag or toe drag. And it's possible, and I don't know if it's just these step-in bindings. Again, I'm a neophyte when it comes to snowboarding, but I've learned a lot about these step-in bindings. But to me, the rear end of the step-in binding sticks out further than other bindings. So when most people put these on centered, the heel sticks out a lot and you can potentially get heel drag. I know I did, and I'm by all means not an expert. But when you buy the bindings, it comes with these plates. And these plates are what goes inside, secures your binding to the board. And there's 3 holes, right? And everybody just by default goes to the middle hole. But that's where it gives you too much drag on your heel. So what I've been doing is I just go down to the bottom hole, and you place that on your heel side, and it pulls the heel a little bit more forward over the board. It doesn't change how the board feels or your centering on the board or gravity. I just think the step-in bindings run a little bit back. So I do that for both of my old style boards and the channel boards. So I just wanted to give a couple tips for that. I know like the bindings are sold out everywhere, and people are worried that they're not fitting because toes or heels are dragging. So hopefully with those two tips, you can get like a cooler color binding by mixing them up. So just buy 2-3 pairs, mix them all together. In fact, I think I'm going to get my 3rd pair for my 3rd board. I've already got gray and black, so I'll order mint. I'll just mix all 3 together, and then I'll have, 2 times 3 is 6 different bindings, none of which look the same. Well, I guess half of them will look the same. But anyway, for people that are out there and they still want to get their ski on this season, I hope this helps. There's not a ton of information out there on there, and I would say, look on eBay and look on Facebook Marketplace and some of these other used places, because people will buy like an 11 and have a medium binding, and then they have to sell the medium bindings to get the large binding because, well, you understand, right? The large goes from 11 to 13, but the medium stops at 10 and a half. So if you're between 10 and a half and 11, you don't know which binding to get till you know which boots you want. So help this helps. I'm just gonna figure I'll post this up on YouTube. And again, I've got a couple bindings and Burton 159 process for sale right now on Facebook. And I'm close to a Burton outlet. So if there's a board, last year's model board you're looking for, I can usually get them 50% off. So hit me up. Cheers, everybody.